Welcome to Loose Mesh, the lacrosse podcast, the place where the tape's off, the gloves are off, and the stories come straight from the barn. From rookie bus rides to championship runs, we're breaking down the game with the players, the legends, and the voices that live it. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a pro chasing rings, grab a cold one, string up the stick, and let's get loose.
Welcome back to the Loose Mesh Podcast. Episode 9 is here. Before we get started, this episode is brought to you by our lead sponsor, GAT Wealth Management. For all your wealth, insurance, and protection needs, give Nathan and his team at GAT Wealth a call. GAT Wealth, helping you plan, protect, and prosper. Please note, GAT Wealth Management is not responsible for any gains, losses, or past returns that are not indicative of future results. Today, we're joined by one of the most reliable shutdown defenders in the National Lacrosse League, Callum Jones of the Ottawa Black Bears. We moved from New York to Ottawa, and what it's like building a brand new franchise, and how missing time from last season reshaped his approach. What drives him is going into year 3 in the NL. We also talk matchups, playing alongside elite talent like Jeff Teat, and why Ottawa is that much tougher a team when he's in the lineup. 9 starts now. Let's get into it, boys. Anything new on the go, boys, before we jump into the week 4 recaps?
Yeah, Toller, I got to steal the first one here, okay? We're recording on Monday night, December the 22nd, and I just got to say happy 14th birthday to my buddy, my top dog, a guy who's you're going to hear his name in the game of lacrosse eventually. I promise. He's going to get pissed off at me for saying it, but happy 14th birthday, Mr. Colton Dirks. You're one hell of a young man, and I look forward to watching you grow and watching you play and all the success you're going to have, buddy. Love you.
Happy birthday, and I would give you snaps if I could snap, but I can't, but happy birthday, kiddo.
Well, since we're giving shout-outs, I had a couple of people text me, probably a team that, I hub coached against and coached with, but they're in Red Deer, and I swear to God, boys, there's like 10 of them. They get together every Friday night, and while they're watching lacrosse during halftime show, they put our podcasts up on the big screen and watch our pod the whole time. So shout out to all the Red Deer boys watching the podcasts.
Those are like we should be the halftime show.
Yeah, we should.
There's got to be a halftime show, and if we could keep Toller away from the bar for the first half of the game, the halftime show would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's a bad. Oh,
Ricochet, Toller. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, because I was doing a good job, but are those the boys that say we got to give you a nickname, Doff, Frick and I?
Yeah, that's what those are the boys that says that too.
When Frick was mad at you, you don't want any of those nicknames because they weren't nice. So I had to tell them down. We'll think of something. Hey, boys,
where's the bus stop?
Send him a direct message on Instagram or I'm your Uncle Frick, and we'll see what we like, and maybe we'll pick one of yours. Probably not, but maybe we'll look at them.
Frick,
so before we start, I think someone owes someone an apology about goaltending.
Well, we'll get there. Let's not pretend like it. Do we want to start there?
No.
Start.
Whoa. Hold on.
Backwards. Chronological order here, Toller.
We'll go there. We'll get there. Hey, Toli, the one thing is, I guess we should say right off the hip, make sure you guys buy your tickets for January 10th in Halifax, because all 3 of us will be there live and shooting a pod.
I'm not going to Halifax.
Oshawa.
Yeah, we're not going to Halifax.
Yeah, not Halifax.
Well, buddy, I would wrap up.
Okay, wait. Before
in January.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Totally. Imagine this schedule, okay? Halifax is in Sask this weekend. Next weekend, Sask is in Halifax. The weekend after, they're in Ottawa, and then they're in Oshawa the same weekend. That's their next 4 games. That's crazy. How would you like that schedule?
That is a tough.
Well, you got to play everybody anyways, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
So you get it out of the way then. Come on, you got to play everybody. Everybody's good. Nobody's really shit. Like even the 2 teams we all thought weren't going to be the best teams in the league, Calgary and Philly, are they're pretty good still. They're still pretty good, right? You got to play everybody. You got to beat everybody. Fuck, it is what it is.
All right, let's jump into week 4
Josh,
weekend recaps. We open it in Oshawa. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, what I was going to say was, do they still do the games? Like in our last year at Panther City, what they did was they had A, B, and C. What?
A, B, and C. What do you mean?
do?
They had A team, B team, and C team. So that they divided you up. So the bottom teams only played B and one game against an A, what they consider an A team. And then where you finish in the standing. So if you're top, what I think was top 4, you played that way, and you only played one C team. Like, yeah, they had them like that. That's how they had to divide us up. Brick. Yeah.
They still do that. They still do that now. But it is what it is, what kind of schedule you get. All right, let's go jump into week 4 weekend recaps. We opened in Oshawa where the Firewolves once again had the ball all night and the scoreboard occasionally. Vancouver weathers the storm early and then absolutely flips the switch late. Vancouver outscores Oshawa 6-2 in the second half. Keegan Bell stays hot. Oshawa finishes with 54 shots, 6 goals. Possession Kings finish is still loading, boys. Still loading.
That game was the ultimate Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde I've ever seen in my life.
They're bad.
They started off so hot, and I was like, good. Like, we finally get to make fun of ourselves for saying that they're shit. Obviously, we're idiots. Like, they're going to break out of it. They come out, they're hot. They're not getting the ball to the middle, but they're getting guys in the middle at least to start that game. And it was creating a little bit of chaos. Getting over the top, shooting the ball, it was successful. Second half, we're like, yeah, no, we're good. We're not gonna do that anymore. Like, what's
delay
going
the teddy
on?
bear toss too.
It doesn't make sense. The first quarter, you think that this is the team that we all thought they're going to be, and then they just stop. So, like, they're capable of doing it because we've seen it, but now they just stop.
No, yeah, but you got to do it for 60 minutes. Yes.
Well, and that's what I mean, Toller. It is like they're giving us flashes of the ability, and they're still not getting to the hard area, but it's halfway in between the deep end and the shallow end, and that was good enough.
No, I agree.
Like, the minute they stop working inside out is the minute they go cold and the minute they go dry. And you can't do anything in this league if you don't start inside out.
And too, I just think, like you said, though, it's so tough watching just from being an old D coach and watching the goaltender performance Dougie's putting on game in and game out and not getting rewarded for it. It's just so hard to watch. And like that one save he made when he reaches behind him and pulls the ball out. Like,
Gross.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
So,
But
Dougie right now.
They are not.
Dougie,
There's no rumblings of anything there. They're status quo and staying status quo. They're not. They got to just keep going the way they're doing. But from the benches on out, they're not making any changes from what I've heard.
see, that's the opposite of what I've heard.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what I'm hearing. Like, I legitimately heard that Clem could be out the door this week.
Huh? Interesting.
I don't think it's the end all fix. Like, we talked about it after the game. I think this is a personnel issue.
Yeah.
I think this is you're sending 5 guys out the door offensively, and 4 of them are the same guys. But again, like, we beat it. How about Dougie being first in the NLL in saves right now? Second in the NLL in goals against.
Second in goals against.
And I think it's top 3 in save percentage, and he's 1 in 3.
Yeah, you're over an 80 save percentage, and you're not winning games. Like, you got to feel bad for Doug at this point. Like, you have to.
What do we think? What do we think the betting line on Vancouver's first goal scorer being Jackson Subak would have been? Like, how much money? How much money would we have made there?
Plus 10,000.
We could have made enough to fly to Halifax when they weren't even playing Sask.
What a run by the big fella too, though, right? Like, he got down there quick. He was carrying the ball with confidence. He didn't look like he was going to pass it or pull it out once. Like, it just and then the businessman Selly, just quick little fist pump right to the bench.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
How about the punch? How about the punch to Dyson? How about the punch to Dyson?
I texted Subak after the game. I go, fuck, thank God you didn't hit him. He's like, I didn't think it was Dice. Fuck. He wasn't overly pumped with himself when he realized who it was, but he got, like, we've talked about Subak, and this is why I love the guy, is he's the ultimate team guy. So somebody got greased, Subak jumps in right away. Dice gives him a little shot in the back. At that point, Subak has 3 guys. Like he's literally has a hold of 3 guys. And he's just like anybody, let's go. And I think that would have been that would have been bad news for Dyson if that had landed.
Yes, 100%.
Like that would have been bad.
All right, boys, let's head to Rochester with the Manatee turn into a full event. The Nighthawks take down the Philadelphia Wings 15-11. Connor Fields casually drops 11 points, and the game stays chippy right to the end. Literally, late in the game, motions boil over, and we have a goalie fight. Because, of course, we do. Rochester stays locked in after it. Philly doesn't. Ball game.
That Rochester offense looks like it's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
they're going to be an absolute problem.
And Smith isn't even really super hot yet. You know what I mean? Like he's not even
just casually nonchalant going down the floor. I'd put up 5 points. I put up 7 points.
He hasn't even decided to turn it up yet if he really wants. No, I agree with Rick that they're going deep, and now the McCombie. I'm not going to lie to you. Even when I coached McCombie, I thought he was going to be a transition player. I knew he had offensive talent, but I thought his calling was because he wasn't good enough full time to be on offense. He's definitely making.
He's playing on both sides of the floor, though. Totally, like he's been playing on both sides of the floor this past.
But that's
week,
the way
right?
to do it now too. Especially too, if you have those guys that are as good as him on offense, you play defense. Especially in the second quarter when he runs up the floor and leaves an old guy that has to stay on, a righty old guy. Like that's huge because he can stay on. So makes a big difference for sure. And like Frick said, their offense is clicking, and Philly hung in there, but I got a couple calls from a couple people, and one guy said their best offensive player might have been Burkhoff.
Right, like
Burkhoff had 2 goals, man.
Talking about how that second goal,
2 goals.
Yeah, one on a breakaway, and then one he actually like played in the offensive set and found his way into a slip pick and caught it and threw a couple nice fakes, and that's another one where I'm not afraid to eat a little bit of crow because I probably said the guy might catch 5 passes in the whole year, right? But
how bad do you think? How bad do you think TK is going after him?
What do you mean? How bad was TK going after him?
If he didn't score there, how bad do you think TK is losing him? Get off the floor! You're not an offensive guy.
No,
you don't know what the one ball drill is.
Not at all. Not at all. No.
You don't think so? Totally. What do you think?
Down there, he was down there for a reason. It had some picks, and he just ended up slipping and being open. Like, you know what you're doing.
TK was the one that said he was the best O guy.
Hey,
TK's the one that said he was the best O guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, TK's not motherfucking him for going down there and being a hardworking guy. Every once in a while, you need one of those guys to go down and set a couple jam picks and like create a little bit of space for Joey Rez and the other ladies that are over there, right? But whose game I really like out of Philly right now is Sam LeClaire. He looks really, really loose out there. He looks like he's moving well. He's getting inside. He's playing with whoever they put him out on the floor with. It's Brennan O'Neill a couple times. It was that new fella Stinfield a couple times. He got not stuck, but he got out there with Blaze a couple times, and he just looks like he's
getting right in. LeClaire's a righty.
Yeah, but it's when that lefty is getting out there, he's working off of the lefties. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And the thing about LeClaire, was the thing why he's stuck around. He learned his role, and it's like the biggest thing. I mean, Frick, probably you guys all do it when we're in junior. It's like we say to all the guys, listen, like a guy like perfect example is a guy like he just played for Ottawa, played his first game, played in the NLL. Jake McNabb. You let Jake McNabb stand and shoot, he's going to score 99 times. But the problem, like I said to him in junior, was this is McNabb. You got the game, you got everything, but you got to learn to play without the ball because when you're playing with the big dogs, you're not going to be the big dog. So you got to play without the ball. You got to learn to play off ball. You got to play cut in the middle. Yeah, can you stand and shoot like I've never seen? Yeah, you can do it with the best of them. But you got to learn to play. And now he's getting it. Sam LeClaire took that to heart and he realized, hey, I'm not getting the ball. I got to get dirty. You know, he's 2.0 Phil Caputo. He's 2.0 Phil Caputo.
Yeah. What do you think about the fight there, Tolly? Like, have you been on Twitter yet? Like, have you jumped back on Twitter yet?
No, not yet. But I've never seen more posts of one fight in my entire life. It was everywhere. And Nikki's birthday. To boot.
I don't get where it came from.
Well, it started with McConvey getting hit from behind.
There was a very, very minor scrum in the middle of the floor.
No, so what happened?
I can tell you where it came from. Nicky Demude's mad. They're losing. He sees the scrum. He knows Hartley. If he says one thing that look down one thing at Hartley, Hartley's coming in a heartbeat without even asking. So guaranteed, like you watch the fight, Nicky's already about the blue line when that little scrum's going on, and then who knows where Hartley is.
Yeah, I watched it about four or five times just to trying to figure out like where because like I was coaching at the time, so I didn't get to see the game live, so I went back and watched it, and like, is there a little scrum behind the net like a couple minutes before to where Hartley got bumped or Nicky got bumped? No. Is there like someone in the game to where he's running off and changing and somebody takes a chunk out of him? No, like it. No. It was so weird. It was so weird and so like unorganic of a fight to happen. But in the same sense, fuck, it was a great fight. Like that kid can throw his hands, man.
Buddy,
that kid can throw his hands,
buddy.
One of the thing is those like McConvey gets hit from behind earlier in the fourth. Gets hit from behind, and then it goes into like a loose ball push, go after Adam, the new boy there, Thistlethwaite. They go after him, take him down. Then it moves over into I had a conversation, even OTCB put it on their live podcast, and I had a conversation with Brendan McDaniels, the color guy, and I asked him like what occurred, and he goes, well, I've heard that. He said both boys kind of told me that they don't like each other from junior days. So there's that add to it. But totally, I want, Frickus probably saw this. This is a tweet from someone, okay? I'm not going to say the name. Okay, ready? Okay. This is a tweet. Okay. One person said, please tell me someone has a longer clip with the context of why this boiled over. So I sent him the context. This guy tweets out, there's no context. Likely the NL is playing players to fight and become relevant. It's in front of ESPN app, and to guarantee it was a paid placement. The shit's dangerous as fuck. They're not on ice. Punches will land more accurately and harder. Hoping the NL gets investigated and sued.
Okay. And the same guy probably watches every single UFC and went and got a Netflix sponsor or Netflix subscription so he could watch Jake Paul, and used to have WWF action figures and Hulk Hogan little stuffies. Like, shut the fuck up. That is the stupidest thing I had to watch in my life.
He used to watch the Mary Tyler Moore show followed by MASH, I think, that guy. I don't know what that guy is talking. Yeah. That's the worst.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Yes. The league that almost went on strike because nobody makes any money is paying people extra to go and fight. But what? Come on, man.
That comment doesn't even deserve. Like, that thing doesn't even deserve. Oh my.
So obviously I had to get into it. I'm not going to get into what I wrote.
Of course,
but the funniest, I had to.
Luckily we didn't have a couple beers. Luckily we didn't have a couple beers when we were doing that one. I would have been fucking gong showing that guy. Yeah, they're paying him to
Chris Boucher tweets out, I think we found Paul Rabel's burner account.
Now that's good. That's good.
There was a couple other people that tried to steal that reply as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Couple of
them. That's been like the crowd favorite. But no, like let's get back into the important part in the game. Yes. How about the transition game by Jake Pacino? 3-1, three absolute just snipes running down the field.
Piss whistle, as Patty wants to call it, a piss whistle.
You had the NLL debut by Adam Thistlethwaite. He racks up 2 assists in transition. You got Matt Gilray just runs the floor like a goddamn gazelle. That
they should count the steps. How many steps do you think he goes crease to crease in what, 5 steps, maybe 4?
He clears the neutral zone in 4 strides guaranteed. Those are the longest strides in the game of lacrosse.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Rochester's on a.
They might be one of my favorite teams to watch right now. The way that they play, they're old school on the back end, right? They're well coached. They got Patty O'Toole back there. He's old school guy, old school mentality. So they're old school on the back end. They're gonna beat the shit out of you. They got Biles back there. They got Lordy back there. They got Danny Coates back there. Like they're gonna beat the shit out of you. And then they got two guys on every defensive possession that can run the piss out of the ball.
Yeah.
Right. And then especially if you add Thistlewaite in there, like that's a guy that nobody really seen making the team at a camp, myself included. I'm drafting him 10th overall in the Arena Lacrosse League, for Christ's sakes. Like messed up on that one. But it's if they can get that production out of a guy in his NLL debut, didn't look like he missed a minute, right? And then veteran presence from the other three that we mentioned, and like Pacino, like he's got the legit capabilities to get 3 goals a game. He's that good.
I agree.
Right?
Nope. Agree there.
And if we flip the other side to Philly, like, you know, there's not too much to be excited about offensively there, but like, how good does Eric Fennell look right now?
Yeah, he's playing.
Like, he
know your role, and he does it. That's all you gotta do. It's right. You gotta just stay in the league.
And he looks like he's in the best shape of his life.
That's what you said before, though, Frankie. That type of guy. That's when you realize I don't like not being in the league. I want to be in the league. What do I got to do? Stay in shape. Know my role. Done. There you go.
Next stop, Saskatchewan. From one vibe to a vibe that was optional. Rush grind out a 7-4 victory over the Georgia Swarm. Face-off, Rush. Pace, Rush. Fun, absolutely not. Georgia took shots, Saskatchewan took the points and went home.
Well, if they're paying people to fight, they should have paid people to score some goals and make it exciting. Because I'm not going to lie, I shut her down for safety on that one. Out cold. Done. Yeah.
It was like both goalies played pretty well, Dauber included, and
it was
Frankie
7-4, Doc. He had to play. Fuck.
Frankie shut the door, man. Like, that's the lowest goals total in NLL history. Nothing else has beat him. He owns it.
That's the lowest attendance in NLL history, I think.
That was sass. But I mean, man, over on the West Coast, I'm swear to God, you guys seen the photos I sent you earlier in this week. We have literally got 1.5 feet of snow in the last 3 days. It's disgusting.
You don't live in Sask.
They've gotten the same amount of snow than we have.
Yeah, you guys should be used to that.
What? I know.
I'm
seriously.
sorry, but
fucking
wait. It's the same thing with the Regina, the foul. Same thing.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. It doesn't make sense. Their team was in the finals last year, and
it's not a good look.
They were playing in the library out in Langley, BC. That's what it seemed like, right?
You know what? They could probably maybe they should pay one of their games to fight. Then maybe they get a little excitement in there.
Something's got to give, but it's not like that team plays a boring brand of lacrosse. Like, that game was boring as shit. Like, that game was it was. Like, I don't know. Did you watch it, Tor? You would have loved it, being a D guy.
No, I watched the Bat Briar instead. I was watching curling. I turned that off. I watched curling.
That was in Sask as well, there, totally.
I know, but I like my curling. I like my curling, bud.
Were you actually watching the Briar? Is that on right now?
He's fucking old. Of course he was, man.
No,
I'm a big Scotty. I'm a big Scotties guy. I like the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
It was on. It was on over the weekend.
I know.
Big tournament,
of course. But no, honestly,
if we're gonna sit here and rag on the Oshawa offense as much as we have, like, why don't we start to shoot from the hip on Georgia's offense?
Georgia,
yeah. What, that Nolan Burns are best old?
Lyle's non-existent. Like, I think Miles Thompson is playing for him instead.
So I got this written down in my notes here. Is like Lyle looks like he's checked out, right? Like 6 points.
Yeah, 100%.
He looks like he's checked out.
It's not Lyle. Fricky, I'm telling you, man, it's not Lyle.
There was
Miles Thompson playing.
There was a possession I seen to where he picked up the ball on the half boards and just kind of jotted backwards, one hand on his stick while the guy was pressuring him. And normal Lyle makes that guy look like an idiot with a swim move and then a backward swim move and then a toe drag and then a spinnerooski. And he just kind of dragged backwards with the guy one-handed and then just kind of half-assed through in the corner. Like, he doesn't look like Lyle right now. Is he hiding an injury? Does he really just want out of Georgia that bad?
I think he wants out of Georgia that bad, man. Like, legit. Like, when I watch him play, it looks like Miles Thompson out on the floor wearing number 4. It's the truth, totally. What do you think, man? Have you seen it all year long? It's brutal.
Yeah, we can't speak for him, but there's something definitely because even just the way. I'm not lying. I never saw him play live till we coached against him, and I never wanted to see him play live again after that game. And he did not play the same way. He just doesn't. he's got the energy or I don't know, just that killer. Like he's just got that instinct when he wants to score, he could score. But right now he just doesn't seem to have it. But who knows what's going on there, and who knows inside? Maybe there's more inside information we don't know about, and maybe they losing Jeremy Thompson upset him. Maybe losing, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Definitely upset him. Definitely.
Yeah, so I mean, it goes in certain ways, and we can't speak. But I mean, there are, like you said, when Nolan Burns your best O guy, God love him and well done. But yeah,
like even like Caleb Benedict, he's 2 years. Last year was his rookie year. Barely.
How about this one? Sorry, Doss. What about this one
Yeah.
though? Like, what happens when you have Lyle, and then all of a sudden you trade Andrew Q, who gets you 50 on the other side? Are you trying to win and are just asking for a friend? Okay,
right.
Well, like Connor Kelly is sitting in.
For a guy who's not even playing right now.
Crazy. Yeah. It's absolutely crazy.
He's
like, how'd you not do your homework, man? How'd you not do your homework? Everyone knows, frick, you know, I know, Toll knows. So if us three meatheads know that Connor Kelly is coaching a team out in Florida, how the hell does John Laurelta not know that? Like, I am sorry, but like, serious, do your homework. You can't just trade a guy. I get that they got other pieces in the trade for Andrew Q for Connor Kelly, but like, my God, man, like that's brutal. That's brutal.
What other relevant pieces did they get?
I was gonna say
they didn't get any other relevant.
I'll
look that one up, right Doss, quick.
Yeah,
I don't think they got anything of relevance.
Well,
I think they got a couple picks.
They got Andrew Q. It's not Andrew Q.
So they got Connor Kelly and a protected first round in 2026.
Yeah.
So the full trade was Andrew Q.
Protected will end up being a late 2027
I know. I hated that in the draft. We get their first round, or when is it? 19. Well, there's only 13 teams. Well, it doesn't matter. The 19 is still the first round. Since when?
Exactly.
It's so dumb. It's so
God. I got drafted in the first round. Where'd you go? There's only 14. Well, there's a compository of a thing, and then another one came down back. Like, oh my God. Like, fuck.
Well, even in like, before we jump into Vegas here, and we'll bring it up later on, but even you're on the topic. So like a comp pick for Colorado, who's, you know, trading for trying to match for Jack Hanna, that comp pick's only worth the second round.
Yeah, I know.
He just shit his pants while you were talking to him. You know that, right? Did you hear that?
Who?
It's terrible.
Who? What are you talking about?
Totally did.
You.
Shit his pants? Well, probably, man. He probably has to get
I agree.
Is the nurse
like
over there that changed your shorts now or what?
We'll talk about that in the picks, but yeah, I mean, again, though, besides Dauber's first one really in Buffalo, he's been lights out too. And what are they now, Doc? 1-3, 2 or 1-2? What are they?
They're 1-2. 1-2.
Dauber 39 saves on 44 shots, comes out with an L.
All I know is, buddy, you're on our show. You're hot. Like, you're hot the next week. Boy.
Serious.
Callum Jones might go off for 3-2 and shut down every single offensive guy that he plays against this week.
Get us those ads. They're cool, bet.
We'll be getting GMs paying us to get guys on. We keep this up.
Right?
All right. Finally, in Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
We know what's coming here.
Open their home opener 10-9 over the Ottawa Black Bears, a game that completely ignored logic. Vegas rips off a 6-goal run, cruises to halftime 9-4, looks comfortable, and then Ottawa wakes up and fires back with their own 8-goal run, flipping the game and putting the Vegas on the ropes. Then it looks like Ottawa pulled it off. Mitch Jones steps in and drops the dagger, finishes with 7 points, and ends up being the game winner. Vegas scores once in the second half. Ottawa fires 57 shots. None of it made sense except the scoreboard. Home opener, pure chaos, 2 points for Vegas.
So I'm not going to go ahead right away and say that I'm wrong, because I don't think we've had a large enough sample size to know if he is a guy if he is the guy or if he's just a guy, right? Because, again, we have more negative sample size than we do positive sample size.
Fair enough.
Now,
it's too small.
47 saves, 56 shots, made important saves when they needed important saves, completely shut the fucking door in the first half. Third quarter, a little bit, left a little bit on the table, but he made the saves that he had to make when he had to make them. So for that, I'm going to give him nothing but kudos. But I still don't think he's the guy. I think he's a guy. He's a guy who's capable of stealing you a game here and there. I don't think he's capable to take you on a run.
Frick, I'm going to jump back on that, man. I'm just going to pull up the game sheet here. In the second quarter at 12:18, Brett Nosey scores a goal. 13:16, Robert Hellier makes a goal. 14:58, Connor Kiernan makes a goal. In the third quarter, 18th scores a goal. 18:31, Riley O'Connor scores a goal. 8:44, Jake Stevens scores a goal.
Turn it up.
Hey, but like, listen, out of those points, Toll, what does that tell you, man? Next possession, they're scoring a goal. Like, that's the thing where, like, he has to figure out where to stop a run. You have to stop a run, and he has to figure that out. That's the only downside.
How about the old fake the knee injury and drop a guy down so you just can get a break or something like that too? And,
yeah.
But you want to know the biggest
thing? Kurt Malowski timeout.
How about the best thing is how many penalties? I think Frick was saying their penalties. They average 12 to 14 minutes a game. Wow, imagine that. You only get 6 minutes in penalties. Look what happens. Isn't that amazing?
Right.
Just a little factor.
You're talking about Kelsey being able to stop a run. He stopped a run in the most important time in the first quarter when Vegas was going off for 5 and he held them to 0. Right?
Yeah,
that's the run that you're looking at before Vegas would get their 2 and then the other team would come back and get 4-on-4 shots.
Yeah.
Right, that was a major difference. That was a major difference on Saturday night. Was at the start of the game when he normally didn't show up on time or start on time. Yeah. Then that's when the games were getting out of hand for Vegas and they couldn't battle back. But the other points that we're kind of glossing over right now is they didn't have Kirsty in game 1. And their defense and their transition game kind of looked lackluster and paid for it. And this is the first time we've seen this new offense
with Phrase.
Yeah. Right. And I know we're gonna touch on it coming up here in a couple minutes, but a certain somebody's coming back to their offense. So does that move?
Fricky, let's jumping into it right now. Is he though?
Yeah.
Or is he just gonna hold out and sit at home?
I know for a fact he's not leaving that money on the table.
Fair
we all assume what the offer sheet was for Jack Hanna that Colorado put on the table. Everybody knows they tried to hit a number to where Las Vegas couldn't match it due to salary cap. It's obvious. We're not breaking news. We're like, right. If Pat and Brad Self and let's just get this out of the way. I fucking love this move, by the way. I love them trying to disturb the ecosystem. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is great for players. This is great for revenue of the game. Toller's going to hate it because he's a coach and thinks about it from the management perspective. But I was talking to somebody on my way to Border Wars on Saturday, a bigger name player in the game, and they're like, this instantly gives everybody a pay raise.
Well, maybe not do it to like a guy who owns the team in Joe JSI, and when he sees that, hey Colorado, you want to play with money? I'll show you how the big boys play with money.
It wasn't about Kroenke and the Colorado management trying to outbid Joe Tsai. Because we all know you can't get deeper than Uncle Joe's pocketbooks. No. We all know that. But from what everybody that I was talking to has told me, and the word on the street, is that they tried to hit a number to where it would drastically fuck with Las Vegas' salary cap number and their overall cap hit. So I don't know what kind of Houdini wizardry Steve Chugger bending of the salary cap Willie's gonna come up to now. But if it's that high of a number, there's no way Jack's leaving that on the table.
There's no
what are we hearing for number wise? Are we getting any details?
Vet max. As close to vet max as they can get with having 2 vet maxes on the sheet.
Well, what's vet max nowadays? 50? What is vet max?
I can bring it
60.
up.
I don't think
it's a little more than that. It's a little more than that now.
Yeah.
It's more.
Yeah.
It's more.
It's a good dollar
it's
now.
Up there. Yeah. Keep going there, Fricky.
But yeah, no, it's from what I have understood is that they tried to handcuff Willie and them as much as possible. If I'm wrong, somebody call me out and tell me that I'm wrong. Right? I've tried my hardest to look into this, but we're dealing with 2 of the most old school people ever in Pat Coyle and Sean Williams, so you're not getting any information out of them. And all due respect to them, I get it. That's their prerogative. That's their job. But you know, it would be nice if we could know and figure out what everybody else was thinking as well. right? But like from what I heard, it was a number to where they didn't think that they could match it, and obviously Willie pulled something off because they matched it.
Just trying to find it here, boys.
If
Yeah,
what
do
do
you think Pat was up to there?
He plays this weekend. That makes things different.
So salary cap this year's 810,000 max. That's total max.
Your overall team cap is 810.
Is 810, yeah.
And I think vet max is somewhere into the 65, 70, 75 range. It doesn't matter. We can figure this out later, Dawson. Let's just continue on.
Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen. I'll get Cam to put it up on the screen and in the edit. But yeah, like it. Like, do you think he plays in Las Vegas, or do you think he gets traded? Like, totally, I know that you. But he wants to play in Colorado, man. He wants to play in Colorado.
I don't think it's about a want to play in Colorado. Again, from everything that I hear, he just wanted to be paid accordingly with all of the other guys that they were bringing in, considering he's been there since day one.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, call a spade a spade. What Willie paid for 3 of those guys, no one in the league's paying for those 3 guys all day, every day. No chance.
But he definitely at the last end of it had to overpay for Mitch because San Diego came in at the last moment and dropped a bag on Mitch, and then Willie had to come over the top and say it's either now or never. And again, I don't know this for a fact, but I have good sources that tell me this. And he had to go a little bit above and beyond to get Mitch, but it is what it is.
Yeah, there's some
I just don't know. I'm very intrigued to see how he bends the cap and who goes on what list and who pops onto an IR so that he can.
Well, do we know it's even vet max, or is it under vet max and it's another $30,000 for a fake camp and another $20,000 for Bob's your uncle appearance here and $30,000 there? You don't know.
Those appearances and all that go against the cap now, so you can't hide money like that anymore.
Nope. Well, yeah, you can if you work for the team.
Yeah. But I've got this one from not the most reliable sources. I heard that there could be a sign and trade as well. To where Willie signed him now, and now they're working out a trade to see how they can, because if Willie and Vegas didn't match it, they were losing 2 first-round draft picks, and Pat wasn't overly ecstatic about losing the 2 first-round draft picks in these next 2 drafts that they have coming up.
Well, so could it then be that if
rumors of a sign and trade?
So then, if Willie thinks Kells is his guy and whatever, is it Hannah for? Well, I mean, if Willie doesn't get Warren Jeffries and he's got to get more than that back. Warren Jeffries
and 2 first, at least.
So somebody that I was talking to had mentioned, what do you think about Jack Hanna for Warren Jeffries and Whittam?
And which one?
Why you need a goalie? Whittam.
Nate
would you
Whittam.
need a new goalie, though?
Because you have
Con.
Not enough.
Somebody a lot smarter than me and you suggested this, Dawson, so I'm not gonna question it.
Not enough.
Not enough. Even though you could just be losing them for the 2 first rounds anyways if you don't match it.
Well, they match it, though.
Is Color in the next 2 drafts? Color has a 2026 first-round comp pick, 2 second-round picks in 2026, and 1 first-round in 2027.
The pick that they would get for Jack Hanna, if they did ended up losing him, can't be a comp pick. It has to be a real pick. Yeah. So they would have to go out and trade and find a first-round pick. So maybe that's why they couldn't do it, right?
Yeah, so 2027 first-rounder.
Going back to this game. Going back to this game for a second, how much faster does Donville look?
He looked hurt, man. Like he's battling a calf injury.
No, he looks fast as fuck right now. Even Zach Greer was saying on the broadcast on how fast he looked.
Yeah.
He looks like he's moving at 100 miles an hour.
Frick, he was doubtful though, man. Before, like in fuck.
Those injury reports are as reliable as fucking you saying that people in Saskatoon don't know how to drive in snow.
I didn't say that, man, but I'm saying it. Whatever, Fricky. I'm not getting into it. Totally. What's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts?
And Donville's calf?
Yeah.
On his leg sleeve that he's wearing.
I'm not. Fuck it. No, you know what? Hey, big win for Vegas. I mean, fuck that again. Though, what a game of momentum and weird. Like, what was like? But anyways, no, hey,
It was weird.
hey, you pay guys to score big goals, and that was an expensive goal, but they took the win.
Kluch had 5 apples. These are 2-2 in his Vegas debut, and then Jeffrey goes for 1-4 with 19 shots. Imagine shooting the ball 19 times in a game. Like that's like John Grant Jr. shit. 19. Like that's crazy. I think there might have been a couple seasons to where I took 19 shots.
Well, I think you shoot. Yeah, June. Yeah, fuck, that's a lot. I didn't realize you had 19.
19 shots. Shoot to get hot, shoot to stay hot.
Our goal always with him. Don't let him get over 12 shots. Don't let him get over 12 shots. That was a big goal with him. But he usually doesn't shoot that many times. Fuck. It's a lot. That is a lot. Team. Anyway, big win. What's the last one?
Hey, all right. It's time for
this one, Muppet.
Yeah, that was the last one. Only 4 games this weekend.
That's right too.
Who's hot, who's not? Sponsored by the Goalie Factory, where they don't just train goalies, where they build complete athletes. From camps, elite one-on-one goalie coaching in Langley to online goalie coaching where you can access anywhere, Goalie Factory delivers technical excellence and athletic precision. Goalie Factory, built different. Located in Langley, BC, use promo code LooseMesh for 15% off on your first order. Tolly, who's hot?
Why does Tor always get who's hot? He should get who's not.
Okay, I want who's not, because Frick took the heat thing. Frick can go who's hot. I'll get who's not.
I'm always getting in shit for saying who sucks.
It's funny. We get good stories.
I know, but you don't care. You're not a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. You're not nice.
The last thing people would call you is a nice guy.
I know. I just tried to find that in there, but anyway.
Good try. I'm going with my old Maple Ridge Birds teammate and driving mate, Frank the Tank Chiliano. 0.875 save percentage, 4 goals against. The guy is an absolute weapon out there. He's so calm, so cool. He starts transition. He is just the absolute epitome of a goaltender that I personally would like. Christian's a little bit too jumpy around for me. I like a nice sit-at-home goalie. Just sits there, plays a nice angle. So my who's hot for this week, sponsored by Goalie Factory, is Frank the Tank, baby, with his Ninja Turtle helmet. See how deep that thing is? That Ninja Turtle helmet is sick. That helmet's sick.
I gotta give some love to Mr. Epi1. He's not my who's hot, but I give love to him. 7 points from the past weekend. But I'm going to go back to Rochester. Connor Fields, 11 points, 5 goals, 6 assists. Pretty good weekend, would you not say, Tolly?
That's the average. I had a couple of those, but it was all right. I'm gonna go for who's not. I don't get in trouble. Who's not? I'm gonna go with the Kitchener native, Mr. Ty Kurtz. No goals, 2 assists. I'm going on the 0-2 bandwagon. He's got to be better. Haven't been happy with him. I like the kid. I like his game. But they're all over Simmons, and he's got to step up. So I'm going to go with Ty Kurtz.
Told you know who else is not hot? My fucking fantasy team. About to get beat out.
Because you bet right there. You picked right there. That's why.
I'm about to get beat out with my fantasy team. Playing against Little Gilly. I need Brock Purdy to go off for about 42 points in the next 13 minutes. You think I got a shot?
He got 3 touchdown passes in the first thing. He was on fire.
Sitting at 34.18 points right now. Technically, or not technically, right now I'm losing 118 to 94. It's a tough one. Tough one for Frick's fellas in the semifinal. That's another who's not hot. Frick's fellas in the Braver Than Brag Fantasy League. I'm still better than Pelon, though. That's all that matters. Still better than Pelon.
Oh, all right. Let's shoot it over to the Callum Jones interview where Tolly, you came in quite last minute. Well, let's move it over there.
Loose mesh loading interview here. Today we're joined by Callum Jones, the stud defender from the Ottawa Black Bears, born and raised in Burlington, Ontario. Before turning pro, Callum was recognized as the Ontario Junior A Lacrosse League as the Outstanding Defender Player of the Year, and now showing his defensive reputation dates back to his junior days. Selected 3rd overall by the New York Riptide in the 23 National Lacrosse League draft, Callum's defensive play earned him a spot on the all-rookie team, highlighting him as one of the league's best newcomers and built a reputation for being smart, detail-driven approach to the game. for his journey in lacrosse and what it takes to perform at a high level. We're excited to break it down with Callum Jones. Callum, thanks for coming on the Loose Mesh podcast, buddy.
Thanks for having me, guys. Excited.
Hey, so you're heading into
first defender Fricky too, eh?
What's that? That's what I said.
First defender on the pod too.
Outstanding defensive player of the year. They have
first defender on the podcast.
Oh, first defender. Why are you yelling at me?
Yeah.
Like, turn your volume up. You don't have to yell at me. All right, Callum, we're heading into year 3 now. When you look back at how fast the league comes at you, what feels most different today from your rookie year?
First year, I think just like expectations, obviously personal expectations. Kind of you have a little bit longer leash as a younger guy. If you make mistakes, it's kind of like, like he's still learning the kind of pro game a little bit. And I think that third year, I have big expectations for myself, especially for Ottawa, not being a team that's reached the postseason yet. So I think expectations would be the biggest thing, but always trying to learn and try to be the best player I can defensively. So that's probably the biggest 2 things.
So now you play for a new brand, I guess, in the Ottawa Black Bears. It's the same organization, just moved different cities. What was the transition for you like moving from New York to Ottawa?
It was pretty easy. It was a different situation just because that got announced halfway through my first year in New York. So still kind of playing out the rest of the season in New York and knowing that we weren't going to be there at the end of the year was kind of a different situation. But the transition was super easy. I mean, it's really nice being in Canada. It's easier for family and friends to come out and watch games. Location's been great as well. So it was pretty easy overall.
So, like, how much responsibility do you guys feel as players to try and help establish the identity when when a new team lands in a city like Ottawa?
I think quite a bit. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to win games, right? If you win games, more people are going to come out. So that's kind of the biggest thing right now. The identity, we need to win games, and obviously this weekend we fell short. So got to continue to build and continue to win games.
9 games last season, you were out for a stretch. What did you learn in that stretch? What did you learn about yourself and your game?
Resilience was probably one. It was pretty tough. First time probably in my lacrosse career that I've missed a long duration of meaningful lacrosse. I had this scary injury in the summer going into the season, but as you guys know, summer lacrosse, a little bit different situation, not as meaningful. It's always still good lacrosse, but just pro. I mean, that's what our goal is from the start, is to play pro. And so missing games and then falling short playoffs was tough. So kind of resilience and doing anything possible to get back as soon as possible. I was told I was going to be shut down for the year and was able to kind of come back in 9 weeks. So yeah, it was a shit situation, but made the most of it and was able to finish the season.
Why does Ottawa play that much better? Like, your game translates very well. Hard ass defender, hard nose, sticks the stick right where people don't like it. Why does Ottawa benefit from having you on the floor?
I don't know if it's me directly that we play better. I just think right place, right time sometimes, and we win games. I mean, this year I played 3 games and we've lost 2 of them. So I don't know if I'm the direct correlation to winning games, but I try to do whatever I can every time I step on the floor. And I try to do, I mean, any shift could be your last, and I was very close to recognizing that. So I don't take any shift for granted.
I feel just kind of like from an outside observer, it seems like, you say it might not be easier with you out there, but like when you're watching, it feels like, a defender's a little bit more cognizant of jumping out faster or sliding quicker because they know that they have you back behind them. And you just like you see it, like you might not see it personally, but like as an outside guy, like you see it in the gameplay. Is that something that like you talk to your defensive partners about? Like, hey, don't worry, like you can jump out and you can slide. Like, I'm back here, I got your back, and I can kind of direct the defense on where to slide, just kind of being like a defensive quarterback out there.
I like to direct the floor when I'm out there quite a bit. I watch a lot of game film, so I like to be very prepared going into games, and our coaching staff does an amazing job preparing us as well and providing us with that tape. I love talking through stuff. I love talking shop. Like lacrosse is always on my mind. So whoever I'm playing with that night or whoever's in my line, we do talk quite a bit going into the game. And I hope I give guys a little bit more of a reassurance. Something happens, I'm there and can back them up. But yeah, I love talking lax, so it's always on the front of my mind.
How much did you value of missing the time and then just simply just being in the lineup now? Did the game slow down for you?
Um, I think my first game back was, like I said, the first time missing like a good chunk of time. The first game against Colorado last year, it was like it's faster than I remember right now. And then by like the second half, everything started slowing down a little bit. But like I said, my preparation, I try to be very prepared going into games, so that when I'm out there, I can kind of see what's happening. I mean, offenses, they're very scripted at times. So kind of if you see something happening, you can kind of react and kind of be ahead of the eight ball there. So I like to try to slow the game down for me as much as possible.
So, like, again, this is just my opinion, but it looks like Ottawa is like a much harder team to play against when you're out there, and then you've kind of become more known around the league as like one of the top, shutdown defenders. How do you kind of balance that edge and then like walk that fine line without being too overly undisciplined, but you still have that like that little motherfucker attitude about you to where like you're good with giving a guy a hack as he's going through, but like you don't seem to get caught for it very often. So how do we balance that?
Yeah, it's tough. The first game every preseason is the toughest game for me. I think 3 seasons in a row, I've had 3 penalties in my first preseason game going into the season. So I don't know if it's just get it all out early and then find the line, but kind of knowing who's roughing the game to what they were looking for, especially focus calls. They released the focus calls for the year, like last year was holding, which was they were
Like,
calling it every time. Oh, guys were just dropping
I
sticks,
think
and it
I
was
think
like,
fuck I think this year it might be fucking holding too. As soon as you hear,
yeah,
like we were talking a couple weeks ago, Younger,
Ooh.
Zach Young, he just puts his hand on the guy's back and pushes him and they're calling it a hold. Like
yeah,
it's a guide, it's not a hold.
it's you got to walk the line, but I think just like finding the line early, and see where it takes me. I try to pick and choose a lot more. Junior lacrosse, I took a lot more liberties, flew around the floor because I could. NLL obviously can't do that. The balls, guys are too smart, pulled me out of position. So I just try to pick and choose as wisely as I can, and then really toe that line and see how far I can take it.
We talked about like offensive guys in the first couple minutes of playing. How much of it as a defender, we tell them go set the hardest pick you can, go find the line. As a defender, what do you do in the first couple minutes of every shift to figure out where the referee is going to be at?
Uh, I don't know if there's a direct thing. Every time that old guy runs on the floor, kind of an internal thought is like I always want to make sure I touch them up. It not only kind of makes them think every time they step on the floor, but it also makes defense easier for whoever I'm playing with. If I'm able to direct picks where they're going, it prevents a lot from happening. Like I said, just trying to be physical early and often, and then slide. If I see a slide with everything I got and see what happens.
Slide the glide, baby.
Yeah.
What part of being a shutdown defender? Everyone sees the hits, the penalty minutes, but what kind of shutdown defender that fans completely miss?
What do you mean?
Like what part of the game do they, we see the hits, the penalty minutes. What's the non-cliche, the non-highlight stuff that you say, hey, that's a good shutdown defender because he does this?
So
I think off-ball stuff.
the nuances. Like I know
Yeah.
I coached with Rob Williams and he was a big guy on your feet. Your
Yeah.
feet could never be pointed a certain way, and he would teach our offensive guys, if you see their feet pointed this way, you go that way. You see them pointed the
Yeah.
other way, you go right.
I think the biggest thing would be the ability to get off picks. If you have a defender footwork, especially if a guy is able to get off picks very efficiently and kind of rock with contact or not even get touched, it changes the game completely. Especially like these old guys are allowed to do whatever they want on offense and blow you up. But I would say footwork and communication. Fans don't always hear that communication aspect, but I think communication is arguably the most important thing as a defender. If you're not talking, it's going to be a tough night.
So if we got younger kids listening, and hopefully they only hear a couple of the nonsense that comes out of our mouth, but and you're trying to talk them through the exact perfect way that you would want to be talked through a pick or some kind of a seal, like what are the keywords and the go words that kids nowadays should be more focused on, rather than, because I just coached in that Border Wars over the weekend, and that was our number one thing that we tried to have as coaching points is you guys have to over communicate, and they didn't really kind of grasp that concept. So from a pro like yourself, like what are the keywords and the go words for them to focus on?
Yeah, I probably talk too much on the floor. I'm sure guys are sick of hearing me at the end of the game, but with my partner, whoever I'm playing with, I like to say you're good a lot. Sometimes you don't know what's going on. If they hear they're good, they're able to kind of sink in a little bit more and feel like they have a little bit more play, whoever they're covering. And then fire and opener, your two most calls. I mean, every defense kind of have a different fire, go, whatever it is. But if it's not pick, it's usually a fire. Down pick's usually open switch. So those are your kind of three calls. I mean, there's all nuances, east-west picks and everything, but those are, I won't give out all the tricks of the trade in our defense, but fire, open, and then stay would be your three major calls that you're calling every time you're on the floor.
So kind of switching it up a little bit and playing on that two-man game kind of talk here. A guy who obviously everybody knows is great inside the two-man game by himself at any point of lacrosse is Jeff Teat. So you get to see Jeff Teat like a lot more than the average lacrosse fan, being at practice and shoot-arounds and videos. And what does playing with him teach you that most fans don't really see on like a game night?
He's very detail-oriented, very direct in what he's trying to accomplish. I don't think people understand how bad he wants to win and his compete level. His compete level is through the roof. It's even in practice, he hates losing, and he'll let you know it. So he's just so talented, so gifted, and he's really trying to do everything he can to bring us to the postseason.
You joked about staying away from him in practice. What's the hardest thing about defending a player like Jeff Teat?
Everything. He can beat you with his feet. He can beat you with his shot. He can beat you with his brain. Like, he's the best player in the world, right? I mean, you sink back, he's going to shoot one around you and put it exactly where he wants. You play in his hands, he's going to try to beat you with a quick overstep or a quick two-step and go down the alley or over top. You try to play him smart and outsmart him, he'll find a way to put you in a position to get you blown up on the back and get the look he's looking for. Like, he's the best player in the world for a reason.
And it's like amazing when he's shooting the ball. Like, and I've seen him live. I had to coach against him, unfortunately. And even on TV, like he doesn't shoot the ball hard, but it is literally in the exact perfect spot every single time.
Yeah. His shot is insane.
So,
and his ability to change angles too, like he's able to release the ball on different points and put it completely different side of the it's crazy. Like I can't even explain it because I can barely pass and catch half the time.
So so when you're practicing against a guy like Jeff and other elite offensive minds, like you guys have a plethora of offensive talent out there, the Riley O'Connors, Rob Helliers, Connor Kernans. Does practicing against those guys, like when you get into game situations, like does that make it kind of slow down for you in game? Because again, like you're consistently battling against, we both agree that the best lacrosse player in the world.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he prepares us very well. I mean, our offense prepares us really well for games. They have so much talent and so much ability to do different things with the ball. They're very smart, so definitely helps us going into the games.
So a guy that I know you love because you've been with him for a bunch of years now, and I love the absolute shit out of him, and Dan McRae. You guys have obviously ties with Burlington and the Chief. I'll call them the Chiefs. What was your first reaction to when you heard Dano got the job? And I'm sure it was you being stoked. So like how pumped were you that you like your boy Dano?
I was super pumped when everything was kind of happening. I kind of said like I really hope Danny puts his name in the hat. Like just would be a perfect fit for us. He's the best motivator. He loves lacrosse, puts the work in, works his ass off to prepare us. Great lacrosse mind. So I knew he was going to be a perfect fit for us, and he's been awesome so far. Obviously, there's always going to be speed bumps. We wish we were 3-0, but I think it's more performance driven than coaching for sure. It's we got to be players. We got to do what we're told, and we got to play better as a whole. We got to start faster.
I can tell why you guys get along so well too, because he was an absolute motherfucker to play against too, man. Like anytime you went through the middle, you're looking over your shoulder like, fuck, where is he? You know something's coming. Like, where is he? Like, let's get this out of the way now, and then I can fucking run through the middle, and you can go to somebody who's way more important than me.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the man.
Have you noticed, like, on the bench, he's standing and he's like so upright and he's in like a power stance every single time. Like I have never seen a coach other than like there's one guy like Jay Woodcroft who coached Edmonton, and he always stands straight up and it's never slouch, and it's something along his hands, like forcing it down, like making him look big as possible. Like
best posture in the league. Just like best posture in the league.
I would want to run through a wall if a guy's standing like that the whole entire game.
Yeah, like I said, he's an unbelievable motivator, unbelievable coach. He's going to be great for us. We just we got to continue to play his way, and I think it's going to do good things for us.
What does Dan McRae emphasize on defenders? Details, discipline, or edge?
Be physical, right? I mean, I think it's across the league. You see the successful teams, if they're physical, it's going to make it a lot harder for old guys to score. And then, I mean, there's those nuances like the way you play certain situations and communication. But if you're physical and communicate, it's going to be an easier night, and you're going to have a probably pretty good chance to win that game.
I got a good feeling I'm going to know the answer to this question, but I kind of have to ask it anyways. As you head into year 3, so now you're becoming one of the league's most trusted shutdown defenders. What's consistently driving you to get better every single day?
What do you think my answer is?
Championship.
Right.
Absolute championship, a long playoff run, getting some seats in the Canadian Tire Center.
Yeah, I think when I got drafted, I was really open. I want to play for one team my whole career, and I was really happy to sign a 3-year deal with Ottawa, and really hoping that we can build that kind of legacy and that winning franchise and be a dynasty and win multiple championships in our tenure.
What an answer! Like just an absolute, like, we play this on the radio waves in Ottawa. Get this fan club. I'm not going anywhere, he says.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just get you out of here with a quick rapid fire section. Rapid fire sponsored by the fellas at Loading Lacrosse and the Tonka, built like a truck. If you're a defender tired of getting embarrassed by a 150-pound lefty with perfect hair, this is you. Use promo code TONKAN95 for 15% off store-wide at Loading Lacrosse. Okay, we'll go quick answers here, Callum. No thinking, all right? What's your biggest superstition?
Coffee before a game.
One team you hate playing against the most. Any league, doesn't matter. Any league.
None of them. I like playing against everyone.
Who's the funniest guy in the room? Obviously, you. I feel like this might be you, but
Connor Kiernan.
And then that's the next answer. I know this one too because I've had to listen to him for years. Who's the best chipper in the room?
Connor for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Not even close.
What's the worst road trip in the league?
Vegas was not enjoyable this weekend. Air Canada did not do me a good time.
What's this story?
Yeah,
I need this story now.
We were just delayed. It wasn't. We were delayed like 3.5 hours going there. Delayed 2.5 coming back. It was just. It's already a 4.5-hour flight. It was just. It was a long trip, and not getting the wind doesn't make travel any easier. So it was just not the most fun weekend.
Who's the most intense practice guy?
Probably me.
Yeah. All right, and this one can be a little bit longer because I know how much you guys love this place. Describe a playoff game in the oven.
Oh, the oven. Playoff game in the oven. Hot. Dripping hot. Loud. Probably a little dingy too. There wasn't the best lighting there when I was playing there. But a little rowdy too. We got some good tailgate going. So it's awesome. I love the oven.
And
Toller, thanks for showing up.
Then we get Toller in right at the end. Perfect timing. We're done. Perfect timing.
Perfect. Oh, is Jonesy there? Is he deep? Where is he? Is he deep? Wow, I got his glasses. Hello, Jonesy.
What's going on, Toller?
Not much.
You want to fight? You want to fire a couple towards them, Toller, or we just finished up a quick rapid fire?
Did you just quick rapid fire? No, my cousin's here, Callum. Carter Zavitz's mom. She goes, was he one of the ones that always beat my son up? I said, yeah, he's one of the two of them, him and the Mariner boy. She tried to get on the podcast. She's over there giggling, but she's not getting on. She's such a
Callum, are you helping Burlington out this year?
Pardon? I'm not too sure. I live in Aurora now, so I'm not actually living in Burlington. Want to get into some coaching. Would love to help out with Burlington, but we'll see. I think I want to play some summer lacrosse this year, so we'll see what road I go down.
Spoiler alert here, but might be a little bit of breaking news, but I heard Burlington might be taking a run at the Minto this year. Like,
aren't we always taking a run at the Minto?
Oh,
I think I was. Oh, wait on totally. I was told that like they're pushing chips in, like they wanted to rebuild and send a couple pieces away, and now this year they're going full chips in, try to win another one in Alberta.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't have the inside scoop on that one.
I heard there's a goalie headed that way. Sweat his ass off in the oven.
Oh God, I hate that place.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
Already, Callum, I know that totally comes on, but if we let him go, he's going to be on here for the next 4 hours telling some story. So we'll let you go.
I think this is the first time I've been on. Been talking to Toller and he's not screaming at me from a bench.
Yeah, there's a good possibility, buddy. There's a good possibility. So,
already,
hey, quickly though, what's the thoughts on this weekend coming up? Then you regrouping now and ready to get back at it?
Yeah, we're gonna regroup. We got to find a way to start a little bit faster. But we got the personnel, we got the bodies, so we'll be good.
Nice. All right, kiddo. All right, kiddo. Thanks for coming on. Like they said, sorry I missed you, but take care.
No, you're all good.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Cal.
Thanks, Cal.
Right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate having me.
Tolly, it is time for Mesh Money Picks, because do you know why? All three of us are now putting picks out there.
Oh, we got to answer up.
You and Fricky can never get along of who do you like and who's this. Do you know how hard is it to pick for Lax Tilly? Like, whatever that over is of you two arguing about who's going to win this and who's going to win that, I'm taking the over. The over.
Only one of us has had one wrong in the last 2 weeks. I'm just saying. One game wrong in the last 2 fucking weeks, for Christ's sakes. We're going to listen to that idiot over there.
Okay, Mesh Money Picks is proudly presented by Coolbet. Coolbet's the #1 sports pick for all boxings lacrosse. Whether you're looking to sprinkle a little on the money line, or hit some exciting player props, or ride with Frick picks every week, Coolbet is your one-stop shop for all things box lacrosse betting. New Year's users, we got a good deal for you. You can double your first deposit up to $200 when you use our exclusive promo code MESH. That's MESH, MES. Sign up today at coolbet.ca. Brace the unexpected, but always remember, Tully, especially for you, stay cool, bet responsibly.
I have made a change. I'll go.
You can't do that, Fricky.
You can't make a change. It's already sent in.
It's already sent
I don't
into
care.
Coolbet.
I don't care. I can make a change right now. I'm not making a goddamn change because Uncle Frick scared me off with that thing. So I'm changing one.
I am now shit. You are an absolute chicken shit.
I am taking Colorado -1.5. I am taking Buffalo Bandits -1.5. And I am taking the over in the Philadelphia-Ottawa game, over 21.5 in the Philly-Ottawa. I have changed. Steve Toll has changed. Boom.
Terrible.
Okay, you could take those over at Coolbet. Speedy Stevie quick picks for Toronto, Buffalo -1.5, and Colorado to win at +625 on Coolbet.
Frick, talk to me.
Fricky, what is your bets, man? What's your bets for this week?
Well, like, Toll just wants to be me so bad. He's got to jump on my picks. So we're also taking Colorado -1.5 at plus 125. And I had that first. Told her, you're a punk. I'm thinking the Dogs ride this high after their home opener. Come into Hamilton. And like, I'm going to go as far as saying possibly.
Rosie's going to have your license plates in his fucking pants. They're going to be sticking out of his pants with your license plate.
That's perfect. It'll look stupider on him when he gets pulled for Halachuk. Anyways, I'm thinking Vegas comes in here and just lays an absolute beating on Toronto. But I'm taking just Vegas on the money line. But I'm thinking this offense, after a nice weekend together, right? They probably had a nice little post game over at the house in Vegas there in Henderson. You know, a couple pops for the boys always works out the kinks, right? The
Chase and Hammer were on that Ferris wheel, Fricky.
Boys on the Ferris wheel after the kinks, right? So we're taking Vegas money line plus 118, and then obviously riding the high of the pod, Callum Jones and the Ottawa Black Bears on the money line at a minus 139er for a epic Fricks picks this week.
Fricky, your bet went up to plus 875 for this week's.
Whoa.
Boosted.
Fricky with the juice. How about last week with the plus 735 win, Fuller?
Bomber.
How about that?
Nice.
Pretty good, Fricky. Pretty good, Fricky. I always like to keep my bets nice and easy, and I see, wins that are always going to win you money. It was at plus 165, but our good friends over at CoolBet boosted these odds for us. We're taking Buffalo money line and Mammoth money line for a plus 200. Easy win, easy dub. Smash it, take it.
Get out of Dodge.
Get out of Dodge. Take your money and go. Hey, Tolly, what? Is that what you like? How many blue cans could you buy with $730 that we won over the weekend?
A few of them.
Few?
A few million. So what?
I
didn't the Ottawa game. I didn't know you had the Ottawa. I thought I didn't know Frick had the Ottawa game. I thought he had something different.
Nope.
No, he took the Ottawa game.
That's what happens when you don't look at the sheet. You don't know what people have.
I work.
Okay, so yeah. Hey, so Toller, I again, like I was at the track this weekend and Border Wars, and a guy came up to me, and I'm not gonna say the name of the person he told me to ask you about, but he told me to ask you about a story about a guy, Tyler Sunday, and he had told a certain somebody that he should never ever come and play a game on the Akwesasne reservation again. And this fella told me to ask you about the story on the podcast and see A, if you remembered it, and B, how scary of a person Tyler Sunday was.
But I like 50-50.
Sorry, hold on. Hey, backstory. This is on me. My bad. Backstory. You were playing for the Peterborough Lakers.
Yes.
And
yes.
Tyler Sunday came into the bench and he told a certain somebody he should never come back and play a game there again. And apparently this certain somebody didn't ever go back and play a game there again.
Buddy. Oh, I told Junior.
You dropped it. Okay, good. Yeah, so this guy told me to ask you about this guy told me to ask you about when Tyler Sunday jumped on the bench and told Junior you should never come back and play again.
Buddy, how about my first year that year in Peterborough too? We're in Six Nations, and that's when they were legit. And me and Junior were the only things we had in Peterborough. Sorry for the rest of the team, but anyways, friggin' Junior we got a penalty shot in Six Nations, and all of a sudden Junior obviously took the penalty shot. All against the boards. Stevie Fennell told Mike Kelly, remember Mike Kelly, tough guy? He goes, Mike Kelly. And I'm literally right on the edge talking to Fennell. And Fennell goes, you going to be the chaser, Mike? He's like, what do you mean? He goes, when they blow the whistle and Junior goes down the break on the penalty shot, you got to chase him. He's like, really? He goes, yeah, you didn't know? He goes, yeah. Buddy, they blow the whistle, Junior down the penalty shot. You want to see a guy run when a guy gets chased on a penalty shot? Like, Junior's running like this. He sees him coming this way. He does a big U back in the ref blowing the whistle. What are you doing? Oh, yeah. Just chased him right off there. Fennell, the Six Nations bench, dying laughing. Absolutely.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Laughing. Like, he literally chased him. Wearing baseball cleats, too, by the way. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fucking hilarious. Fucking funny as shit. Junior, you want to see Junior hightail it out? He was fucking rattled.
All right. It's time for Story Time by Steve Toll. Steve Toll Story Time is sponsored by Niagara Fitness Solutions. Loose Mesh is pumped to welcome Niagara Fitness Solutions as official sponsor of Storytime. And yes, listeners get the legendary deal of the Steve Toll deal. The more you buy, the more you save. Why? Why Fitness Solutions? Because it's run by Dan. a former St. Catharines Athletics captain, a straight-up lacrosse guy, and at Loose Mesh, we rep businesses that come from the sport, that give back to the sport. This partnership just fits. For the gear and questions and the Steve Toll hookup, hit up Dan at Niagara Fitness Solutions.
It's story time with Steve Toll, the legend with the laugh and the stories that roll from the floor to the bench. He's seen it all, so sit back, relax. It's story time with Steve Toll.
So, fellas, the story I'm going to tell is March 23, 2005, to trade deadline. And as always, early Thursday afternoon, we'd fly out to San Jose. Cosmo and I'd meet at the airport. We never played till Saturday that week, but we'd always fly out a day early. We got treated like gold in San Jose by Dougie Locker and them. And me and Cosmo would just get shit canned every Thursday before we fly out to San Jose, just get bombed. So we're at the airport mid-afternoon. We're on probably our second shot, trade deadline day. All of a sudden, Willie calls me. He says, I think you're coming to Rochester. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, we're trying to make the deal right now for you to come to Rochester. I'm like, no way, that's awesome. And Cosmo's in the background. You're not getting traded. I'm not getting traded. You're not getting traded. Cosmo and I. So anyways, by the trade deadline ended at 3:00. And I am on the phone with Jim Jennings at the time, who was president, saying, told the deal I said, buddy, have you ever watched the NHL deadline? Deals always happen after. You just got to let them keep going. Next thing you know, it's 4:15. Meridian calls me, said, you've just been traded to Rochester. Meanwhile, I'm at the airport. I got Willie on the other line. Willie's like, you got traded. I'm like, wicked. He's like, I'm coming to get you at the airport now with GI and the Evies. I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome. So I'm already got all my stuff in the airport. I'm waiting in there. All of a sudden, Willie and GI get to the airport. They come through. They're getting me. And we get my bags. Cosmo's cursing and swearing. I'm bombed. And we go back out to the cars where the Evies were supposed to be in the cars still. The Evies aren't in the car. The car's not there. We're like, oh, my God. GI's like, where's my car? So he calls the Evies. Evies are like, I don't know where your car is. Me and Scotty are in the bar. And he's like, well, where's my car? He goes, I don't know. I just left it where you left it. Buddy, car get towed away at the airport because the Evies left it there. Didn't wait for Willie and G to get me. Meanwhile, we have to catch a plane in Buffalo for 7:30. Guy's losing his mind because we play in Minnesota the next day with Roch. GI's losing his mind. Finally, we tracked down the thing. They friggin' towed it to the place down there. We had to cost GI $250. So we play in Minnesota the next day. And I'm going to tell you guys, go look at the stat sheet. We lose 10-9. Just go take a peekaboo of the stat sheet. March 24th, Roch at Mini. Shorty, power play, regular strength. But anyways, taking my name to be there. Anyways, come back the next night, beat him 20-11. Well, does it? This is the best. On the way home, Scotty Ditzels decides that he could hang with the Evies. He wants to come back to Peterborough, an American boy. So we're like, are you sure? Yeah, buddy.
God.
We're like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm coming back to Peterborough. And I'm like, Ditzy, you don't know what you're in for, buddy. Like, you don't know. No. For some reason, you got room with Shawnee time. He goes, no, not lying. And I swear to God on my dad's buddy, we're on the 90 in a Montana van. Ditzel opens up the one side of the van, climbs on the roof while GI is probably going about 65 miles per hour, about 100 kilometers up on the roof, reaches on the other side. Ditzel, probably one of the strongest guys I've ever played with. While the car is going, he is losing his mind. Willie's bomb laughing. Me and Evie's bomb, we're all laughing. Ditzel, one arm comes out the other side while we're driving. Out the other side of the van while we're driving on the 90. Swear to God. Couldn't believe my eyes. We were dying, pissing ourselves. I go, hey, maybe you are right for the bro. This is where it gets great, though. So we get across the border. Uncle Frick, we get to the border. We get across there. They drop us off in Oshawa. And me and Willie go, Ditzy, good luck, buddy. You're going to need it. So don't the Evies take him out Sunday night in the Borough? Well, I happen to be at Willie's the next day around 5 or 6, and Ditzel calls us. He goes, fellas, you need to come get me. And we're like, why? Well, it's 6 o'clock and they're not even up yet.
Of course not.
Buddy, I told you. He goes, it's 6 o'clock. He goes, I'm starving. And like, they're not getting up. I said, buddy, you wanted to go to Peterborough? No, can you guys come get me, please? Can you come get me? Nope. You wanted to go to Peterborough? Buddy, when they got to us Wednesday, Ditzel looked like he had aged 30 years in 3 days in Peterborough. It was the funniest. We go, Ditzy, when are you going back there? Never, ever, ever will I go to Peterborough again.
They're not up. at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd be surprised if they had gone to bed.
6 o'clock at night.
6 o'clock at night. Thank God. Thank
Monday,
God.
6 o'clock Monday night. Yeah, Monday night they slept up.
Yeah.
They didn't get up. They were up all
They're up all day.
6
Like,
o'clock. This
I feel like we got a common theme to your stories, Toller, and they involve Shawnee.
But I miss him. Like we had some of the time. We could. Oh my God, some of the best. But I'll never forget this. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. Out the window,
I
one of the
checked it.
strongest
I
guys
just
I ever met.
checked it.
Like this, grabbed the other side of the van and pulled himself across, then opened the thing. And the best was, I was in the back. Willie was on the side that he came in, and Willie just opened it gently, and in came Ditzy on the other side while we were driving on 90.
What
We were
the
like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It was like unbelievable. Nuts. But it was great.
Totally
That's
not
crazy.
a bad trade for you, though, eh? A first rounder and a second rounder.
Yeah, but buddy,
That's
look
when
what
he was
happened
good.
when
That's when he
I
was
real-
good.
Buddy,
Yeah.
I brought the cup there.
Well,
I probably got
I
that.
think.
Come on, totally.
I
Gotta
think-
give
I-
everyone else some credit here, too.
Yeah, I think Junior,
Holy frick.
Levy's, GI. Who else did you have on the back end? What do you have?
Yeah,
Patio
We
two,
had,
Reggie
we had the
Ford,
Whopper. We had the Whopper Kersey. We had Willie, Mojo,
yeah, Mojo,
Hazen,
yeah.
Coogie, Thorpe, Hazer, Marshall Abrams, Chris Schiller, Patio
What was
Tool.
that? What was that bar in the hotel that we used to go to? What was that called again?
Oh my God.
That place was great. Like that place was
Great.
great. It was great.
Great.
I
It
I
beyond
was-
great.
I
It was
think-
beyond great.
yeah.
The
I
best
think
ever.
I think I might have been about 18 sliding into there with Papa Willie. And oh man, that place there was some times. There was a couple of times.
Known as pajamas. Oh, it was crazy. Nuts
Yeah.
there. It was nuts. Hannigan's, Monaghan's.
Monaghan's, yeah. Yeah. And then
We call it Ron, but we like
but that was the real Roch Vegas back then, man. Like that
Buddy.
was
there's owning cities, and then there's owning cities, and we owned the city.
I remember the first time I went there, I went with my uncle Fraser, so my dad's sister's husband and his son Wesley. And I knew as soon as I got in with you and Willie and Evie's, it'd be like a whole different story. But we go back, and I didn't know you guys were in the same hotel, and I seen you going to the game, and they're like, yep, okay, meet you right here after the game. Okay, perfect. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
It was the greatest hotel. Like the party was right there, and then you went up to
It was
the
right there.
the greatest fans ever too, right up top, who always rented the suite up there. Nabber and the boys
Yeah.
treated you like gold up there. They were the best, the Nighthawk fans, the best ever. Well, the Rock were really good too. Sorry, those two were the top. But yeah, I know it's unbelievable.
What an absolute banger of an episode that was. We had a great interview with Callum Jones. Recapped all the week 4 action in the NLL, all the surprises that we got, all the hots, all the knots. We got our picks in there, sponsored by Coolbet. Remember, stay cool, bet responsibly. Toller, what are you looking forward to this week coming up, buddy?
I'm looking forward to Halifax Sask game. I'm looking for that game, and I'm actually really intrigued now about. I think actually the games are all going to be super. Buffalo, Calgary might get a couple, but I think the rest of them are going to be game. I think Uncle Frick might be onto something in Toronto, but I'm still going to go with my old Rock team. I got to go with the Rocky. I know you guys don't like any of them, but I'm sticking with the Rock boys. Let's go, Rock.
I like Mark.
I like Mark.
I like
Mark's
Bushi.
good.
Hey, and this guy.
I like Bush too, yeah.
I like Bushy. All right.
I like Bushi.
I like Bush.
Okay. I like Nick.
What?
Bye.
Yeah, no. For me, I like my license plates back. That'd be cool.
That's a fucking great.
No,
All right.
for me, it's Vegas and the Rock. You know, I think this is the one to where Vegas can really make their mark on their league and tell everybody they're for real. We're gonna find out if Landon Kells is the guy or if he's a guy this week. I think this is gonna be our litmus test for him.
Oh, Uncle Freaky, I like it.
Duh.
You're something else, man.
I got to go to the. What do you got, Doss? I got
I'm
2
looking
feet of
through-
snow. I got 2
I'm
feet
going-
of snow. in Saskatoon.
Hey, actually, I'm going to the Calgary versus Buffalo game. I'm making a trip down there to go cover that game for
Watch the snow.
us and Inside Lacrosse. Hey,
A lot of snow.
What?
There's a lot of snow.
yeah, whatever.
not used
boys.
to it.
Like, frick,
You're
a
not
foot and a
used to
half, and all you Toronto folks are inside the ditch, man, over on top of your roof. So whatever.
Neither one of us are from Toronto.
Yeah, and
Ontario,
Frick can't
same
drive
thing.
anyways. There's no license plates.
I can't drive. Again, Rosie stole them.
There's no way Rosie stole your license plate.
No, you're right.
Alrighty, boys.
I'm joking.
Thank-
I don't think Nick Rose stole my license plates. But
I guess
somebody
they're behind the glass.
in
Guaranteed there are cops coliseum this weekend behind each set, right below the.
Imagine that. You know what? In all honesty, I wouldn't even be mad. That'd be hilarious. I wouldn't even be mad. That'd be really good.
Let's get out of here so Steve Cole can go do his business. Boys, go follow us on every social media, on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it, we're on it. YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube to win a Tonka head. Go subscribe to Loading Lacrosse to win a Tonka head as well on YouTube. Send me that you have done both, and that will be it for that one. We also have a couple other giveaways that we're about to announce here coming in the next couple of days that were supposed to be used for Frickmas, but never really got together. We'll do it next year, Fricky, for sure.
Speaking of, I still want the best Steve Toll chirp on any one of our posts. Any single one of our posts that we make on any platform, the best Steve Toll chirp, I'll give you 4 tickets to any rock game you want to go to.
Well, we don't need that
many
many
chirps. My license plates. You can get my license plates for me.
Or you can tell the greatest goal you've seen Steve Toll score. I'll give you 6 tickets for any rock game you want.
You don't have 6 tickets to rock games.
It's somehow at the end of the way, I'm the one that's going to have to be paying for it.
Dalek always hooks me up. He likes me. Yeah.
Alrighty, boys. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy.